Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Age Veilguard. Yeah, no, we're still very early in the game. We did the prologue, we did the lighthouse, we recruited Balara. Yeah, and now we just kind of really have gotten full range of the crossroads, so we need to either, I think, our two primary quests at the moment is either, I kind of forget what the capital of Tevinter is, or go to Treviso.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm going to go to Treviso first, just because going to Treviso is going to get us another character, and I want to get the characters sooner rather than later. That's right. I gotta have an empty spot to allow the Lucanus, I think is his name.
Treviso, one of the finest cities in Antiva, now living under occupation.
Oh, that's right.
Let's hope our crow contact can meet us.
Welcome to Antiva. You must be Rook.
And you're Andaratea Cantori? of the crows.
Thea, please. Come. My associate Viago is gathering the others. We can talk business when we arrive.
Yay, business.
The documents, it's all there.
My friend says come with us.
The unarmed soldiers have made themselves comfortable.
We have suffered their company for too long. The Antam reached a stalemate in their war with Tevinter. Some turned here instead. Antiva was rich, comfortable, and has no standing army to stop them.
You went to a physician.
She stitched it well enough.
It must be hard dealing with the Antam.
This occupation will not last. The Antivan crows remain. And one day, I will see a knife through every would-be tyrant's throat.
Can't argue with that, like, at all. At all, at all, at all. I think this is just in Antiva, but I love these zip lines to get around.
A casino. Nice setup.
Welcome to the Cantori Diamond.
You're the client.
This is Rook. Did you want a drink? I promise not to let Viago near it.
Viago de Riva, fifth talon. And this is Caterina della Morte, first talon of the crows.
An honor. And you are?
Ilario della Morte, her grandson. What brings you here?
Right. My target is a pair of elven gods, or that's what they call themselves. They're ancient, blighted mages. My detective says you have a man who brought blood mages and Venatori to their knees.
Lucanis. My grandson. They called him the Demon of Virantium. He was the one who did those jobs.
Sending a demon to take down a god. Sounds like a plan.
It's a nonsense plan, but that's not important. Lucanis della Morte is dead.
What I say doesn't leave this room. The body our people brought back was not my grandson.
And you
It
can
was
believe,
dressed in his clothing, but it had been altered with blood magic to have his face.
My cousin is still alive? And you didn't think to tell me?
His ship was attacked. We knew someone sold him out. So you kept your suspicions to yourself.
But you've brought it up now. Why?
I've had eyes on the Venatori ever since they took my grandson from me.
Queen.
They were hunting your dread wolf. And what you did to his ritual threw them into disarray. They made mistakes, and now I have a location. The Ossuary, where the demon of Virantium is kept. Find this Ossuary. Free Lucanis. You'll have your god killer. And I'll have my grandson.
Come. Caterina arranged the boat. One of our mages will meet us there.
Sounds good, Ilario.
Did you think the Venatori would keep a normal prison? Or that one could hold the demon of Virantium? The Ossuary lies beneath the sea. A fact I learned mere minutes ago.
Secret and excessive. Sounds like Venatori.
You're not happy Katerina kept this from you.
Would you be? Lucanis is family. Maybe she thought I'd act too rash if it meant saving him. And now, who can say if he's even still alive?
Yeah, I feel
There.
ya.
You.
I feel you, Lario. I love the aesthetic of the Antivan Crows. Again, I understand.
with us?
It's possible we've been watched. If all of us vanish from the dock, you play the alluring hero. I know Treviso. If we have a tail, I have a better chance of distracting their interest.
I love the aesthetic that the Antivan Crows have in this game. We already said that. That's not the thought I didn't finish. I understand why Zevran isn't brought up, because A, he's not a member of the Crows anymore, and B, there is a chance he can die. But it still would have been nice to get some... I mean, maybe he's referenced and I just am forgetting or didn't catch it the first time through, but yeah.
So how do we get in?
You'll see.
Oh no, wrong way to do... Wait, you're just gonna cut away before you actually show how we get in? That's lame.
Someone or something already took down the guards.
Might work in our favor, but something's wrong here. Let's hope we find our demon alive.
Is this like a market street? I wouldn't think that'd be a thing.
Look.
In like an underwater holding area.
This is the ossuary. This doesn't look like any prison I've seen.
Okay, I completely forgot about this place, but damn, it's pretty.
Well, we're not going that way.
The Venatori set up shop in an elven ruin. It's a wonder anything works.
I can't believe all this is underwater. If the enchantments containing this place ever failed.
Nervous about that, or the job in general? Not everyone deals with the Antivan Crows and lives to tell about it.
We're up against gods. A demon might come in handy.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, honestly, I keep wondering. I'm like, I wonder what this character from a previous Dragon Age game would have to say about this situation, you know? And when they're like, oh, I wonder what, you know, a demon to go after a god. I'm like, huh, I wonder what Anders would feel in this situation. But yeah, Fenris and Meryl would also be kind of interesting. Just any of the elven characters would be interesting to have in this game, just to see how they feel about the Evanuris. It'd also be interesting to see if Fenris would be even willing to work with someone like Nev, who is a Tevinter mage.
Whatever's in there, the Venatori really want it to stay put.
Then we break through.
Yeah, it is definitely interesting playing a rogue.
All right, we're almost through.
Because I mentioned this last time, but every class in this game has 2 different fighting combat styles. And when I played as a mage, the styles were staff and then orb and dagger. So, and you had to actively swap between the 2 of them.
We don't have to fight. We're just here for Lucanus Delamore.
So it's interesting
Get ready.
playing a...
Dragon of mystery! Lucican, dragon of night! Your faithful call!
Playing as a rogue and just having access to both of your weapons without having to swap, and just having your second weapon just be your range attack.
I'm guessing you're the reason we're here.
Who are you? Who sent you?
My name's Rook. Katerina sent me.
Katerina. But you're not a crow.
You weren't expecting a rescue. I wasn't expecting whatever that was.
Rook, he's possessed by a demon.
It's complicated.
Katerina promised us a mage killer if we broke you out of here.
I can still work.
Good. Because I'm pretty sure more Venatori are on their way. We have to get moving.
They have a vial of my blood. They can use it to control me. I cannot leave it in their hands. And I had a contract when I was captured. One of my targets is here, Caliban. Crows don't break contracts.
All right. We'll help. But in return, I want help killing some things.
I'll owe you.
I'm sure we'll owe each other before this is all over. Let's go.
Yeah, I like Lucanus just fine.
So, first order
he
of
was
business?
definitely, like, so he's who
Blood first,
Abby
then my
romanced when
target,
she played through this
Caliban,
game first.
a prison warden.
Yeah, I like him fine.
There's a bridge.
He's not
We'll have to find
the,
another way.
yeah, how do I put this? He's not my type, but actually, to be perfectly frank, like, this might be the one and only Dragon Age game. And again, I do need to play through Dragon Age again and use a different male Rook voice than the one I used in my playthrough, and then maybe I need to also play through with a different female Rook voice as well. But so far, this is definitely the first Dragon Age game where I might prefer playing a male character to a female one. Simply, and okay, no, not simply due to the fact, I mean, I genuinely kind of, this is the one case where I do think I prefer the guy's voice acting, at least of the 2 voices I've done. But another part of the reason is this might be the first time where, or this might be the very first game where none of the male romance options really jump out at me, you know? And yes, I know, in this game, it's, you know, everyone is it can be completely bisexual, so I can still play a woman and be able to romance the women, so whatever. But I am still, well,
this place exists for her to
okay, I've kind of discovered I'm bi-romantic, but I am still heterosexual. So it's like, well, I am perfectly willing to have LGBT romance options in my playthrough. I don't inherently gravitate towards them if there is sex scenes on screen, you know? And I mean, when by on screen, I mean like even in like the Mass Effect Dragon Age sort of way, where yeah, there's scenes, but they're not like graphic. And again, that just is to do with my sexuality. I'm working on being more comfortable with it. Anyway, but yeah, this is really the first, yeah, the very first Dragon Age game where I find the women infinitely more appealing than I do any of the men. Because, let's see, the first game, well, I kind of flip-flop between Alistair and Liliana as to which one I like better. but I like both of them quite a bit. Then, second game, I mean, when I first played it, I was head over heels for Meryl, but the more I got to know Fenris, the more I liked him better. And honestly, as time has passed, I've kind of fallen out of love of Meryl. Not that I dislike her. She is still probably, I mean, I love Isabella too. It just kind of, it kind of depends on the day as to which one I like better, Isabella or Meryl. Dragon Age, Inquisition. You know, honestly, the only woman in that game that I actually found attractive was Josephine. At least to the romantic ones you can romance, of course. Because it's not that I don't find Cassandra attractive in her own way. It's just, I don't know. I've always struggled with, I don't know. I respect her more than I just have a hard time viewing her as a romantic partner because of just how much I kind of respect her as a character. It's weird, and I acknowledge that. I think it doesn't help that Cassandra is one of, like, the few... Because, like, there's a couple characters in Inquisition that if you romance them, you can see titty. And Cassandra is one of them, and I think it's just... because of how much I like and respect her, I feel voyeuristic seeing her naked. I mean, it's kind of the same reason why there are, like, certain characters that I really hate when people draw lewd fan art of them. I'm not judging. I'm not... It's you do you. This is just more my personal thing, because it's like, I don't want to see that about that character. Just because that's not how I want to look at that. That's not the kind of image I want to have an association with said character. But again, I'm not saying that people shouldn't. I'm just saying that I'm not the biggest fan, and I just won't look at that. Shoot, who are all the other women you can romance in Inquisition? Because I'm drawing a Sarah. I've never liked Sarah. Like, I did her romance for the sake of... I did a romance once just for the sake of seeing it for myself. It did nothing for me. But yeah, again, in Inquisition, there is Solus and Blackwall, who are probably my two personal favorite romances in that game. Plus, and even though I've never romanced him personally, Cullen's got a good romance. Dorian's great. And... yeah, okay, I think, as much as I don't like Sarah's romance, I think Iron Bull's is so much worse. But then, yeah, in this game, Harding, ooh, I love this woman. And Nev, love this woman too. Honestly, the only man in this game that I do find mildly appealing is Davrin. Like I said, I am flip-flopping. I'm still trying to decide, so I'm just going to flirt the fuck out of all of them. I'm going to be flirting with Davrin, Balara, and Nev throughout this playthrough, and kind of just trying to decide which one of them I want to romance, because I still don't really know. Oh, right. I'm a dumbass. I still don't fully know which one I do want to romance. Because I like... yeah. Even then, it's going to be hard, just because I liked Harding that much. And it definitely helps that Harding is a returning character. And, well, she wasn't playable in a previous game. it is nice to, I mean, because you could flirt with Harding and Inquisition. I hated the fact that we couldn't romance her. That's good.
So, the vial of blood the Venatori took from you.
It's for blood magic, to control me and the demon. Until it's gone, I cannot touch Caliban.
Yeah, I do find this interesting, because in many ways, Lucanus is kind of in a similar boat that to similar boat to Anders. But what's interesting is that the demon he's possessed with still has a much more of a distinct divide personality-wise than what Justice and Anders had in the second game. And I mean, it's also interesting since Lucanus isn't a mage. Now, we do know from Dragon Age 2 that it is 100% possible to use blood magic to force... Oh, that's just like a cloak or armor or whatever. To use blood magic to force a spirit inside a non-magic, into a non-magical body. But yeah, it is just definitely interesting to see how this game and the second game tackle very similar concepts, but in radically different ways, you know?
Okay, now what?
What? Fine.
Maybe I should say radically different ways, but in such,
The
yeah.
demon. He says there's something here. Something he can grab hold of in the Fade. It's close. Of course.
The demon pulled all of that from the Fade?
I'm as surprised as you.
You know, again, well, I do have some issues with how character classes don't seem to matter anymore. I do like a lot of the different things the individual characters can do.
Venatori at odds with their creations. Not surprised they lost control.
Blood mages, they never learn. Zara can summon all of the demons she wants, but they don't have to obey her.
What did Zara want all these undead for?
Nothing. Those are the failures.
If those are failures, what does success look like?
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
She took the...
Runes. Oh, here we go. Oh, all right, sweet.
Best results out if you...
I know that...
2 days ago, but some of the demons she created
I
are
know
still
that
here.
arguably having runes more like you got 3 rune slots to plug into your dagger, into the lyrium dagger, instead of having special weapons that can have rune slot, does remove some uniqueness about each weapon, especially since, you know, this game has a aesthetic feature where I can choose to have my weapons. I mean, even if I'm using a different weapon, I can be like, because like I don't have this dwarven sword equipped, at least not from a stat standpoint. I've got, I think it's like an elven looking blade is the current sword I'm actually using combat wise, but aesthetically I just thought it looked the best. This dwarven sword looked the best with this rook, which, I mean, yeah, I'm playing a dwarf, so shocker, the dwarven sword looked best in the hands of a dwarf, but it does arguably make like the individual weapons that you do have equipped a little less unique and give them a little less of a unique feel. But by the same token, yeah, honestly, outside of the second game or the DLC weapons from the first game. The weapons, to me, at the very least, have never had the most personality in any Dragon Age game. The staffs especially. And again, I'm speaking as someone who usually plays a mage in 2 of the 4 games. Again, I don't technically have a mage for this game yet, because this is only my second playthrough. And there are still things I prefer about the mage, but by the same token, I am finding the rogue's gameplay to be a lot more enjoyable in the moment-to-moment combat. And like I said, it does remind me quite a bit. Well, like I said in the last stream, I should say. The way the rogue controls in this one does remind me a lot of the kind of flashy combat that the rogues had in 2. You know, actually, in many respects, I kind of feel that... So, you know, Dragon Age Origins, it's the one that kind of set the standard for... Okay, I don't really know. This game, more than any other game in the franchise, excuse me, feels the most like Dragon Age 2. Or it feels like this one took the most inspiration from Dragon Age 2. Or... And whether or not that's a good or a bad thing is, I think, ultimately going to depend on your preference, if you know what I mean. I don't mind it, because Dragon Age 2 is my favorite of the series. Is it arguably the least impressive of the series? Yes, but it has some of the most enjoyable characters in the franchise. So, fun fact, I suppose, I actually almost ended up putting this stream, the Veilguard stream, on pause, because a game that I kickstarted years ago, okay, maybe it wasn't like year. Okay, I don't remember the exact amount, was released yesterday. However, they were having some distribution, and I was thinking, okay, I'm only 1 stream into Veilguard. Maybe I want to put Veilguard on pause to stream that game. Because that was a game that was made as kind of a throwback to classic Paper Mario. And it's like, oh, it's a game from Kickstarter. It'd be kind of... I wouldn't mind showing some love to a lesser-known game. I wouldn't mind showing some love to a Kickstarter developer, because I admit, part of me is like, I really should have played more games that I kickstarted. Because, like, maybe once I'm done with Dragon Age, maybe that's what I'll do, is I will kind of make this, make the Dragon Age spot be like, okay, I'm going to live stream games that I helped kickstart. Because, I streamed, Ukulele, and I streamed, what was it called? Littlewood? Or something like that? That was the game where it's like, oh, it's after the hero has saved the day, and people are trying to rebuild, and, you know, that game was fine enough, but it also was a little too directionless as a whole to really, because, like, I definitely didn't beat that game. It's like, I played it, but I'm getting kind of bored. It's like, I feel like I've shown you everything major, and I just did not want to just keep doing the repetitive gameplay loop over and over. Because, like, yes, it's fun, and it does let you take your mind off things, but it was a bit of a grind. Because, admittedly, I've not kickstarted very many games, partially, or at least I haven't kickstarted very many video games, and that really is just due to the fact that video games are one of the more tricky and risky investments when it comes to Kickstarter, because they are inherently going to take a lot longer to come out than, say, a comic book. Which, honestly, I've actually kickstarted a lot more comic books lately compared to, like, tabletop games or video games, mostly just because the LGBTQ plus scene is actually pretty expansive in regards to what you can find on Kickstarter. And yeah, I know I'm not LGBTQ plus, but at the same time, I found some fun stories because, you know, they're not afraid of upsetting the church or whatever. But yeah, just the real problem with, like, video games is because they take longer to develop as a whole. They can take a really long time to come out if they ever do come out. Because, like, for example, there are 2 video games I kickstarted, I don't even remember how long ago, and I'm still waiting for them to come out. One was what kind of looked like a Metroidvania Shantae-inspired game called Ruby the Wayward Mara. And that game has still not come out. And I haven't heard any updates about that in a while. Another game I kickstarted, like, I kickstarted this game before Pokemon Legends Arceus was even publicly shown. And this game was called, crap, I'm blanking on a name. But basically, it kind of looked like a Pokemon-inspired game. With kind of like Legends Arceus gameplay. But that game is still... It's called Kindred Fates, that's what it's called. It still hasn't come out. And at this point, I'm like, okay, guys, I backed you because the idea of a Pokemon game and this type of gameplay sounded appealing. But you guys took so long that Pokemon itself has already done this gameplay technically twice now. So it's lost, to me at least, a lot of that initial appeal the game had. And then another game is, well, actually, okay, one game I backed for Abby, it was a an Otome game, which is also still not come out. Another one is shoot, what was the other one? Otome game. Kindred Fates. Oh no, I already said Ruby the Wayward Mara. And even then, I admit, like, another game that I've backed Kickstarter, I'm like, I forget what it's called, but it's been sitting on my PC for a while. And it's like, I need to play it, because I backed it because I was really I backed it along with the game Dark Deity,
Well, that's not
which
good.
I have played through, which the game's fine. Dark Deity is fine.
There's a shortcut.
I know a lot of people really enjoyed it. I didn't hate it. That's all I can really say about it. But I backed those games when I was going through a real dry spell of just craving Fire Emblem. Or classic Fire Emblem. And that game was like... The presentation made it look like it was a visual novel mixed with Fire Emblem, which you could argue some of the old Fire Emblem games were already kind of visual novels, but still... But that game took so long to come out, because, like, Dark Deity came out a lot quicker, comparatively speaking, that I had kind of just moved past the insane urge to play anything that was a classic throwback to Fire Emblem, you know? I mean, heck, even that game that I kickstarted that came out yesterday... I backed it, like, when I remember when Flaze was like, hey, have you seen this on Kickstarter? because she knew how much I loved classic Paper Mario, because I really shit on Super Paper Mario a lot in the olden days of the channel. And don't get me wrong, I still do not like Super Paper Mario. But I regret how much of a negative asshole I was towards Super Paper Mario just because it was different than the first two games. And that was not cool with me. I regret my attitude a lot in the early days of the channel. I regret my attitude a lot from just younger me in general. Anyway, words.
Where to start, or we'll find those on the way.
But like this game, I backed it because I was desperate for another Paper Mario-esque game. But in that time, the remake of Thousand Year Door came out. I discovered both Born of Bread and Bug Fables. And well, yes, I am not that big of a fan of Born of Bread. Like, the combat of that game was just not the most... I don't know. It's not like the combat was complicated per se, but it was also... Anyone who watched it, it's like, I don't fully understand why the combat is progressing the way that it was. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like the combat was getting harder, but I'm like, I don't fully understand what these different type of attacks actually do and what like the I don't know, it's complicated. I do want to go back and tackle Born of Bread again at some point, and because maybe, just maybe, it's possible that I wasn't really getting into Born of Bread because Tales of Graces Remastered had just come out, and part of me is like, I really want to stream that game, because at the time it was like my third favorite Tales game. I don't sadly think I can't say that that's still true. I still like it fine, but it's not, I don't consider it one of, I mean, to be fair, I never considered it one of the best, because the story wasn't great, the gameplay and wasn't top tier, but I loved it because I thought it had some of the best characters in the game, and that's sort of still true. But I will admit my revisiting of it for the channel did make me kind of reconsider certain parts about the characters and their story arc. So it's like, oh, it's not as unilaterally satisfying. Because like my initial thought when I first played Tales of Graces F was that, yeah, the story is very sloppy, but the characters were so satisfying that I could see past it. But again, in that playthrough with the remastered version, I'm like, oh, the character arcs weren't as fantastic and well executed as I initially thought they were. So, anyway, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, just other games I've kickstarted that I should also play for the channel is, let's see, drawing a blank here. Let's see, Ukulele, I've done that. Littlewood, I've done that. I mentioned Dark Deity. I mentioned those two games that still haven't released yet. Yeah, I'd have to actually like go through my Kickstarter and like properly list everything off. But yeah, I backed that game, you know, with a desire to play some classic Paper Mario, but that itch got scratched by both Bug Fables and the remake of Thousand Year Door. Now that being said, unlike some things like, say, the itch for Pokemon, and I mean, okay, to be fair, that I'm always, yes, I know that Nintendo is doing some really stupid shit, especially in regards to Pokemon, but I'll always be in the mood for playing Pokemon. I mean, it depends on which Pokemon game I want to play, but you get what I'm saying. But with this one, it's like, okay, there aren't as many options for me to just experience a game that feels like classic Paper Mario, so I don't mind that I was able to get 2 other things to fill that void while I waited. That game, Dark Deity, is one that I backed. Because, yeah, speaking of Dark Deity, I was actually impressed to hear that, or heck, to even see on the PlayStation Store and Steam and other places that Dark Deity did well enough, despite it being a Kickstarter game, that they were able to make a sequel, I think, without having to rely on Kickstarter. I mean, maybe they Kickstarted it, I just missed the announcement. I don't know, but
It has to be.
yeah, I'm like, oh, good for you guys. It's kind of the same way I was very happy that Platonic Games, after the success of the Banjo-Kazooie Kickstarter, did become an official, like, development company. Which I'm like, yay! That is a big jar of blood, I'm just saying.
And now what?
Now we find Caliban.
Oh, that's right. Another game, and I've been meaning to stream this one for a while because it's a game that I really liked. It's called Summer in Mara. It's kind of a farm simulator game. I say kind of because yes, it has some farm simulating elements, but I have a hard time definitively pointing to like what kind of game I'd describe it as. Because like best way I can describe it is it would be it's Harvest Moon mixed with Wind Waker.
Methods or something else?
But the game is a lot more smaller scale than both.
We can talk about something else. What's Katarina like?
After so long in this bit, I barely remember.
But it is ultimately a game I still ended up really liking. Albeit I haven't played it since I first got the key for it.
Oh, this was entirely unnecessary. Zara and her little jests. He's already the demon of Virantium. Won't this be ironic? Hilarious. And now look at the mess you've made of my facility. She always leaves me to clean up.
So this is Caliban.
He is the target I was sent for a year ago. A crow never abandons a contract.
What did they offer you in exchange?
Okay, that cutscene was a little shorter than I anticipated. Sorry, I was pulling up my Kickstarter history to kind of be like, what other video games have I kickstarted? Because it's like, because my initial plan, sort of, for what I was going to do once I was done with Dragon Age is maybe have this spot be opened up to Final Fantasy games, and maybe I still will do that because it's another series of games, and there's plenty for me to sink my teeth into. And again, for the record, when I say the final when it comes to Final Fantasy, it's just going to be the Final Fantasy games that are not going to be compatible with Edgelord. So I will not be doing Final Fantasy 1 or 3 because those are games that I could do as Edgelord. Oh, hey, Spite.
So we got your target.
Yes, the job's done.
Smells like blood. Ashes. Not done, not yet.
So we can leave, right? Lucanus, right?
Careful. They know we're not right.
You cannot see him. I wondered.
We clearly have things to discuss. Somewhere else.
Agreed. I think Each time I got some air.
But yeah, so it would be like, I mean, I'd mostly be, because I don't have Final Fantasy 7, 8, or 9, or 7, 8, 9, or 10. Well, okay, that's kind of a lie. I do have... I do technically have those games. I just don't really have them on anything I can stream them on at the moment. Now, obviously, I can get all of them on Steam, and I'm pretty sure a good chunk of them are also available digitally on the PlayStation Store. I just don't presently own them, I should say. Because, like, we do have Final Fantasy, own a physical copy of 10, but it's for the Vita, and I can't stream off that. Actually, no, I do want to equip that. But yeah, if I were to do the Final Fantasy games, I think I'd mostly be focusing on the classic Pixel remaster, or the Pixel remasters, rather than... Well, that and then 12 and 15, because I do rather like those games, but I just don't have a major desire to play 11 or 14, because those are the MMOs. And I don't have the most interest in playing, you know, 7, 8, 9, or 10.
Shall we go?
I'm ready to get out of this place.
Imagine how I feel.
Okay, I guess I do have some interest in playing 9 and some interest in playing 10, but no interest in 8 at all. And... Okay, that's a lie. I do own the first of the Final Fantasy VII remakes, but that game just didn't do anything for me. In fact, the only thing it did while I was playing it was I just kept asking myself, why isn't Tifa the protagonist? She is so much more interesting than Cloud.
What happened here?
A message from Zara Renata. I can't believe it. You're home.
Sarah? Her people got this close?
The woman who runs the prison?
The Venatori witch who captured me.
Revenge for the breakout, maybe.
Where's Katerina?
She's...
The Venatori caught her in their confusion.
I get one of you back, only to lose the other.
Lucanus, I'm so sorry.
I need to work.
Are you sure? You should take some time.
I don't need time. I need a target.
You just got here, and already you want to leave again?
Katerina gave me a contract. I'm not breaking the last deal she ever made. And I owe Rook. Once that's done, I'll come home.
I'll return him in one piece.
Thank you. Cousin, when you find Sarah, I need to be there.
We are under attack. Antam on one side and Venatori on the other. Forget revenge. We need you.
No, Viago. Sarah came for us here, in my house. She took Katerina from my house. You find her and cut her heart out, Lucanis. Vi and I will hold down the fort.
I'll give her your regards, Thea.
For Katerina.
I knew she did die, but I didn't realize it was that quick.
But the demon of Irantium was free at last. Sooner or later, debts new and old would come due. And they would all be paid. Oh, yeah. In blood.
Right. I also backed a game called Tales of Sekiyu, which I think is still just in its demo form. I don't think that game's out yet. Sorry, I am looking through my history, because again, I didn't back a ton of video games after.
They're the same thing. Mostly, kind of.
Except one will manipulate you, or kill you, or both.
But how do you get rid of them?
What's everyone talking about?
Spite.
The demon in Lucanus. When a person gets possessed, the demon usually takes control.
And they turn into a monster. The spirit just molds them however they want.
I've heard of abominations being cured by killing the demon in the Fade. That's not a sure bet, though.
Well, there's one way, but it's, well... We'd have to,
You'd have to kill me.
That can't be the only solution. Can't we reason with Spite, maybe? Persuade it to leave?
Talk doesn't work on spite. She won't hurt
Right.
you. How sweet.
I've kickstarted the second monster
before
prom.
we do, well, that... Let's think this through some more. There has to be a solution.
I have people in Marathas I can ask, but I wouldn't get my...
Yeah, those
hopes
are
up.
all the video
All right.
games I've backed.
So what next?
Let me talk to them. I want to talk to
Lucanus!
Nope. It's fine. I'm fine.
What did he do that for?
Throwing a tantrum when he doesn't get his way?
But he could just take you over. Make you do what he wants.
It's, you know, not great, but kind of good news, in a way.
You're bleeding. Maybe that's not fine.
He won't kill me. He cannot do that and get what he wants. Just give me a minute. He'll get bored once everyone leaves.
I know things have been complicated, but I'm glad you're here, Lucanus.
Contract aside, I owe you a debt.
Lucanus.
Please.
Excuse me. Yay, we got party member. Woot. Sweet. Dismiss. Yep. Zoom in, please. Zoom in, please. Oh, here we go. Okay, gotta talk to them. We got something here. What, journal. Alright, I still have a ways off before doing that. So yeah, I think we just have to talk to the shadow dragons. Nope. It's not what I wanted to do. So ironically, Nev is still the one I've got the least amount of approval with, despite specifically being like, hey, I'm picking her
is in rough shape under the Antom's occupation.
for that
I should see how
decision in the
doing.
opening of the game. But that's also partially because she's the only one of the
You asked for
four
time.
companions I've got that I haven't
Is this
technically
long
done
enough?
a personal quest
Yes,
for.
my head's clear. Though I would kill for a decent cup of coffee.
Have you? For coffee, I mean.
Not today. You've
Coffee.
got questions.
Lucanus is one true
You
love.
might as well ask them.
You're the best mage killer in the Antivan Crows. So how'd the Venatori catch you?
Someone set me up. I had a contract for Colivan, in the ossuary. I took a ship from Treviso to Inrathus. They were waiting for me. Knew which ship and when it would arrive. I don't know how they convinced the Crows I was dead, but I woke up in the ossuary with Zara gloating about it.
I know Katerina volunteered you to work with us. Are you okay with that?
When the first talent of the Crows gives you a job, you do it. Especially if she's your grandmother. But there's plenty of reason for me to work with you beyond that, Rook.
Such as?
I owe you a debt, for one. And after a year in that hole, maybe I'm looking forward to stabbing a god or two in the back.
The crossroads can be dicey, but the lighthouse is safe. Oh, and if you see a spirit around called the Caretaker, they're friendly.
After the ossuary, that will be a pleasant change. You haven't asked about Spite.
From what I've seen, I'd say you picked the right name.
He's stronger when I sleep, so I try not to do it much. No one was in the ossuary by choice, not even the demons. We both did what we had to get out of there.
So, if you're an abomination...
I suppose I should get used to that.
But I heard that only mages can get possessed by demons.
I'm skilled with a blade, but I promise you, without Spite, I have the magical talent of a brick. There must be some difference between a demon deceiving their way into a body and being forced into one. Only Zara knows for sure.
Actually, maybe that is the reason why Spite is so different from Justice, is because...
We should know. Is there anything in particular that upsets Spite?
Not getting his way. Getting his way and not liking the outcome.
Sounds like a child.
Have you seen a child when they realize they don't control the world? Except Spite's anger has real power behind it. Leave Spite to me. If he's trapped in this world, he has good reason to fight for it. For now, I must honor our contract. Gods, magic, politics. Things are going to get very bloody.
You can say that again. You think that's bad? Thank you. Nothing from Nev. Balara Harding. Let's see. The keepers down here.
Strength earns mastery.
But hey, Bellara, you got a word for me?
Oh, shit! No! Okay. Try again. Deep breaths. There. Oh, God, damn it! Oh no! Sorry. Just breaking things.
Want help? I could, I don't know, kick it or something?
Oh, yes. Just be careful. Some things don't do well. If you break them, I mean.
What kind of don't do well are we talking about?
Oh, you know, reality tears,
You know,
wild magical energy.
Now that I'm over
Also,
my
for some reason,
saltiness, because in
bees,
my
I
first
don't know
playthrough I was salty that Bellara
And I
wasn't
don't know why
Meryl.
this won't work.
Now that I'm just
Thought
playing the
I
game, just
figured it
looking
out.
at Bellara as Bellara, I'm like, okay,
breaking and I can't get my
maybe
thoughts to line
Bellara
up.
is a little
fixed
is
the
better
Illuvian,
than
though.
Meryl.
The Illuvian was easy. Once I replaced the resonance crystals, adjusted the lyrium lens, it worked fine. I mean, I had to realign the matrices, but it just worked. Not like this thing.
You don't give yourself enough credit. You're smart. You'll figure it out.
Well, thank you for thinking that.
Of course. Also, what is it exactly?
It's the Nodus Durthalin, the 8th archive. I heard it was gone forever, but here it is.
So what does it do?
It knows things, whatever its creator knew, at least. So much knowledge, all the wonders of Elvenon. Or at least bits of them, which is more than we have. Once I figure it out, at least, whoever made it was powerful, but clumsy. It's resonating off tempo. Need to match it. First, introduce a microfracture, but before that, you'll need the Fate harmonics, so... Sorry, I ramble sometimes. I'm a rambler. Ruined a lot of relationships. Most of the people I'd been with didn't care for it. And I'm doing it. Again.
You know what? There's nothing wrong with your rambling.
I could listen to you ramble all day.
Oh, well, same to you. Not that you ramble, you should talk more. I mean, you talk plenty. Just the right amount. Ideal talking. Okay. Anyway, the Nodus Durthalin. I'll get back to it. Soon. But I think I need a break. Maybe take a nap and I can finish later.
Personally, I always endorse napping.
Right. Never underestimate a good nap. Anyways, let me know if you need me. I'll be ready.
Are you
They'd
ready?
found someone who could fix their mirror. One of Arlethan's own veil jumpers. Just what they were looking for. And Bellara had found something else. An artifact that held a wealth of lost knowledge. But a prize like that was going to attract more attention than they'd bargained for.
You know, I mean, I know that some people could argue it's immersion breaking or it spoils what's to come, but I do really appreciate... I like these little foreshadow things, you know? Partially because we get to hear, you know, Varric's sweet, succulent voice, but I still like them, and I don't care. Hey, Harding.
I'm heading out to practice my new magic. I could use some moral support. I really have to get better at using my new abilities. Don't want to drop a rock on someone's head.
Appreciated. Oh, and this is... Okay. Job back in Treviso. let's hit the... I'm gonna hit the wardrobe real quick. Partially so we can customize Lucanus a bit, but I also want to get out of the... Nope, you look better than that. I want to get out of the outfit I'm currently in, because sadly, it doesn't look great. Because I absolutely love the N7 outfit. It just doesn't look as good for a rogue. Yeah, what does this thing look like? Oh! Oh, do I like that? Oh, I think I might like that. I can safely say I don't like that. Oh. Oh. I mean, it's creepy as hell, but I actually don't hate that. Alright. Oh, wait, there's another one? What's the other one? Oh. I didn't realize I picked up another armor. Did I not pick up another armor? That's the veiled jumper. Get up, that's my smalls. Honestly, I might prefer, well, this or just, not that one. Just wearing my default kind of rogue gear. You know what? I'm just going to wear my default rogue gear because aesthetically that fits the rogue vibe a bit better in my humble opinion. Again, feel free to disagree with me, but yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with that rogue gear for now. Alright, we need to do okay, Nev is still the lowest, with Lucanus being the highest, but we are specifically going to be working on a quest for Harding next, so let's do that and then we can... Alright, where are we going? Okay. Let us Leroy Jenkins this.
The dock's been fixed. The caretaker must be regaining control of the crossroads.
We sail.
Like, I admit, I'm not the biggest fan of the crossroads in the world because of how confusing it can be and even how samey it can look.
I can't place it.
But
For a moment,
I also can't pretend that I don't really like the way the crossroads look, you know? It's like, does it have problems as a overworld having kind of a samey issue? Well, of course it does. I'm not saying that, but I am saying that it is still pretty to look at, even if I do have a hard time always keeping track of where I'm at.
Beyond, Tom? Here?
Boom, baby.
First the Crossroads Guardians, and now the Arntom. Stay alert.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I want to... I know, I'm kind of going back and forth and not being efficient about my exploration.
Time to finish it.
Yeah, let's go there. Let's go this way first.
Over there. Another entryway, like the one that took us to...
Oh,
Wait.
yeah, if this leads to a Solus member, then we're
happened?
definitely doing
This
this.
doesn't feel like the Fade. More like a dream, or...
Glad you made it here safely. I didn't love our odds without you.
Who? Me?
All right. Everything's in place. We hit Algernon's island fortress tonight. This is our best chance to free the people he's enslaved. Get in, save as many as you can, and bring them back here to Sanctuary. Be fast and be safe. I'll meet you on the other side.
See you on the other side.
Fenrir scouting ahead. For freedom! For the Dread Wolf!
So, the Dread Wolf is testing his noble rebels against my stronghold. How courageous.
Remember, these memories can hurt us. More of Solus's memories. Elganon sent his guards to attack the Dreadwolf's rebels.
At least it's not the real Elgernon, especially here.
You persist for naught. The people under
You
my
know,
rule are
I didn't personally play the warrior Abby did, so I don't know. Because the ranged attack for the mage consumes mana. The ranged attack for this has arrows, but the ranged attack for the warrior is like you throw your shield. Is it just maybe that one has a slower cooldown because the shield has to come back?
Solus sounded frightened.
But yeah, it is.
In his position, can't blame him in this case.
I definitely appreciate that this game does have a lot more going for it in terms of making the different classes really feel distinct. I'm not saying that the previous games the classes didn't feel distinct, but there's a lot more flair and panache to the way that the different classes play in this game compared to the previous. Oh.
Let's get that prison open.
Quickly, get us out of here.
Locked tight, and no sign of a key.
Maybe something in here can open it.
Go be home, little Wispy.
Thank you. Thank you all.
There's an alluvion nearby. We'll head there right away.
Go. The Dreadwolf must be waiting for you.
Go. Be thou free.
Quickly! Elganon approaches. Stop his guards. We need to buy time for the captives to get to safety. I will hold off Elganon himself for as long as I am able.
The vermin keep coming. Go. I will deal with that ragged wolf.
One last push.
Take that, ass wipe. I'm not gonna lie, my like offhanded dagger, that sword almost looks bigger than my main-handed one.
There will be
Not that I mind.
for this Solus, no matter how far you run.
I know practically like the swords with like the hole in the middle are not great, but I can't help but like them.
You, well, thank you. But can Elganon find us here?
He cannot. I have made sure of...
Solus?
Elganon is a powerful opponent. My apologies. It is of no consequence. What matters, my friends, is that today, all of us are free.
All of us are 3?
I think that's it. The memory ends here.
Solus always cared about fighting injustice. He used to be a hero. He still thinks he is.
Couldn't last, could it?
And now, all that's left is this fragment. Come on.
You either die a
Let's
hero
go.
or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Batman taught me that. Let's see. I can't... This is level 20, right? Okay. Cool. I just wanted to get there so I can be ready to grab it once I can. Oh, yeah, that's just
We're
an
finding
upgrade
help.
of the weapon I've got.
It's not a bad start.
This
Nice.
started with us failing to finish the last job.
Okay, it's not a bad second start.
Maybe the third will be perfect.
I will definitely say, I do, and this is another reason why I kind of couldn't help but feel that Ballara at some point in time was supposed to be Meryl, because Meryl and Nev have very serious, the relationship really reminds me of Isabella's and Meryl's relationship. Nev playing, like Nev and Isabella playing the big sister to the young, more naive Meryl and Ballara, respectively. I'm sure I'm not using the term respectively correct, but didn't think so.
We got company.
Company, get ready.
Here we go.
Look, the statue that controls those bridges is broken.
Broken or sabotaged?
Doesn't matter. We can figure this out.
Better be ready.
I'm not ready for Freddy. Okay, I was hoping to not do this, but I do need to take a quick break. I will be right back. Just give me 3-4 minutes. Okay, thank you for your patience. Let us get right back into it. Take that ass wipe. Okay, I think we won. Carry on, my wayward son. Let's see. Do I have everything? Probably explore up here. I think we... Yeah. Yes, we do. Fast travel unlock. Take that, Chucklebones. Yeah, I don't know why I said it, phrased it that way. Right. Sorry, I'm saying right because I was forgetting, like, I knew, I was blanking on which companions I still needed to get, and just kind of looking at the 3 I don't have just kind of helped me remember which ones I still need to get. I still need to get Emmerich, Tosh, and Davrin. I think those are the only 3. Because I think there was only like 3 empty slots. Was there 4? Because there's we have an even number of party members split between those who are male and those who were born female. I say born female because Tosh is a they them, so she's not a woman, but she was born one, so. Yeah. Tosh is another character that I definitely like a lot, but I do have a hard time, like, I don't personally find her, she's just not my type, if you know what I mean. It's kind of the same way that, like, Lucanus and Emmerich aren't my types at all either. I do want to, at the very least, and it's one of these games, like, this is not a game I can just sit down and just play over and over and over again just because of how long it is. But I'm like, I need to play through every origin in this game, basically. I need to play through every race at least once. And I need to romance everybody. And honestly, well, when I say romance everybody, I mean, I'm okay watching Abby. Because Abby, when she plays this next, she's flip-flopping between romancing Nev or Emmerich. I'm willing to bet she's going to go with Emmerich, but the point I'm getting at is I'm okay watching her romance some of the characters. Because, again, I like Emmerich as a character. He's just, like Lucanus, he's not my type. Excuse me.
So, you get...
No, okay, there's 7 characters, so yeah. Got 3 women in Harding, Nev, and Bellara, and then 3 men in Lucanus, Emmerich and Davrin, and then we have Tosh, who's a they-them.
Fair enough.
Okay, yeah, so it's not an even... Oh, well, again, it's... It'd only be an even split if we had 3, and you know, 3 NBs along with 3 men and 3 women, but still.
Well, anyway, fair enough. We can't be sure you're even mortal anymore.
What? I was just exaggerating. What do you mean I might not be mortal? Nev? Nev!
I do appreciate this game actually went out of its way to include dialogue for like if like your companions are engaging in party banter and then like more important dialogue kicks in causing it to stop. I like that the game is like pause for the more important conversation, but then the characters will be like, okay, where were we? And naturally just start the conversation again. Again, it's a little awkward because they're a little awkward compared to like real talking, because it just literally hard resets the conversation, but still it's appreciated, because I've had plenty of games that have, and especially even in Dragon Age and Mass Effect, where yeah, the characters are engaging in, you know, little banter, a little back and forth or whatever, and then a more important scene starts playing out and then it just cuts off. Oh, I was not expecting a quick load. I was expecting to go to a loading screen first. Although we've got a shop here, let's empty our pockets.
The whole bit. Have a look.
Okay, can I just say, I think the shopkeep is really hot.
Safe travels.
The stagger might be worth it. Nope, not what I meant to do. I'm not done with that. Okie dokie. Okay, map. Oh, new quest. Oh, lots of new quests. Let's grab these.
When did the
It's now
troubles
time to do every single quest ever, always, and forever. Why do I quest me? Why do I quest you always and forever? Oh, I forgot that even though we messed, at least I think that's where the ritual was. I could be wrong.
What a view. That must be Arlethan itself, the capital city. I don't imagine it floated back in the day.
Fish. Just clipped into the ground. The fuck, guys? That's just lazy. What does... Ah. You think that's bad? What does that even do?
Track down Solus, help stop a ritual. Then I was supposed to go home.
You're not leaving, are you?
If the job's not done, then I'm not either. Consider yourself stuck with me. With the Illuvium working, I can keep an eye on my other cases too. It all pays the rent.
You still have your place in Minrathis?
The place is a hat box. But with the deal I got, you don't let that go.
These are like, what, flower hounds? That's creatively fun. I like that. Oh, bugger. What have we here? Hello, boat. Hello, person on the boat.
Trapped. Can't get out. Oh, it hurts. It's dark. Please. They didn't know what to do. They didn't want to die.
Mm-hmm.
Stop the thoughts. Stop the fears. Quiet, please. Make it quiet.
I've seen spirits overwhelmed by bad emotion. Eventually, they turn.
Could this spirit sense the agony of the Dalish who recently died in the forest?
No, definitely.
Help them. Help me. No way out. No way through the rock.
Let's go.
This should be perfect.
Agreed.
It's wide open, lots of rocks, and away from people. I don't want to try anything where I could hit someone.
Oh, this sounds exciting.
I know. Come on.
Being able to move the terrain's gonna be really useful for a scout.
Getting up high for good vantage.
Let's try it out.
Oh,
For
damn.
practice.
Wait, am I like perpetually stuck looping? Ah, crap. Never had that happen before.
This
Okay,
should
cool,
be
cool.
perfect. It's wide open, lots of rocks, and away from people. I don't want to try anything where I could hit someone.
Oh, this sounds exciting.
I know. Come on.
Being able to move the terrain's gonna be really useful for a scout.
Getting up high, for good vantage.
Let's try it out, for practice.
All right. See this rock? I'm gonna move it. Ugh. Awkward.
Maybe if you used words?
What? Tell the rock what to do?
Yeah, Rock, get up there.
It's not a dog.
Yeah, but just try it.
Fly! Oh, you are the worst. The worst! So, a mental cue. Some kind of emotional trigger.
Maybe you could think about how your abilities protect us?
Instinct. Protection. Shield myself. Shield others. If I had this magic before, I could have... I could have protected the people who matter.
Okay, but you did move the rocks, though.
Wow, you're usually way better at distraction.
Thanks. Wait.
I could focus on the people I can help now, instead of the ones I couldn't. Either way, I think I'll need more practice with this. Don't you?
Wonder what's up there. Think you could find us a route?
Maybe. I'll take a look.
I bet you could move this to give us something to climb on.
Leave it to me.
Well done. Let's find another rock for you to practice on.
The multitudes called out, finding solace in each other.
What?
I don't know. I was just saying something, wasn't I? Huh. Just came to me.
Think you could clear a path for us?
Got it.
Look at that. You're getting good. Want to try another one?
Of course. There you go.
Practice is really helping, huh?
I might even be ready for a bigger challenge now.
Nope, keep going. I like those butterfly spirit things up there. Cool and cute and prettyful. How do I do?
so many rocks. And they feel different. That one's granite. That one's slate. I think that one might be quartz. I wonder if the rock's composition affects my magic. Sorry. Just thinking out loud. Let's get back to it. Practicing, I mean.
Oh, where's treasure?
Right.
Oh no, the jolt has, you know, completely shattered my kneecaps. There's the treasure.
What was that?
Someone's in trouble.
And why is that my problem?
Over here, Harding. We need to move quick.
Please, someone! Is anyone out there?
Someone's in trouble. We need to go.
Oh, I did kick it down. My bad.
I can't move.
Jeez. I'm starting to zone out, I think. Probably want to get some more caffeine in a minute.
Up over there. I bet that's where he is. There's no way up from here. Let's look around.
How about if you moved this rock?
Thank you.
There he is. Let's hurry.
How's it going? We're gonna loot you now.
Easy.
Maker. I thought I was dead for sure.
Harding wouldn't let that happen.
The rocks. How did you do that?
Harding?
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Sister, I feel you, touched by the ancients as I was. Find me. Look to those closest to the stone, and find me.
Harding? What's wrong? What are you hearing?
I'm sorry. Let's just get our friend to safety, and then we'll talk. Ugh. Okay.
Yay. Huzzah! Okie dokie. Oh, what are all these? Oh, that's a lot. It's a lot. There, I want to swap the party around since I'm willing to bet that Harding got a nice boost to her approval, which probably means she's now one of the higher approving. Yeah, she's now at 3. And Nev is still my lowest, followed by Bellara, so... Yep. We're doing with this.
Surprise strike.
Desperate times and all that.
I'm still not clear on who you...
Yes. Oh. Yep, companions first. Companion quest always come first. Unless it's Mass Effect 2 and it's like I need to take some time to build up my Paragon or Renegade or whatever. But this isn't Mass Effect 2, so we don't need to worry about that. Oh yeah, we also have that soulless memory we can put back, so yeah, let's go back to the lighthouse. Also, I got more aesthetics I can play around with. Just, and besides, oh, everyone but Nev has something they want to talk to me about. Okay. Where can I put that wolf statue I got? Oh. I like Elvin. Okie dokie. Ooh, no, I do not like that. Oh, there's another one? Oh. Okay, that's not what the color scheme... Yeah, no, the like the actual icon. I mean, yes, I bought it from the Veil Jumper, so it tracks that this is what it would be, but that's just not really what the icon looked like. I wish I could mess with the colors a little bit, because I actually do really like that. I just wish it was a more muted color, or at the very least a cooler color. That being said, I do like that one, so I'm going to go with that. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, let's talk to everyone. Yeah, where does that wolf statue I got go? Oops.
You've been quiet?
I know. Just thinking. But I said we'd talk, didn't I?
Of course. At your own leisure.
I heard a voice after we saved that man. It told me I was touched by the ancients and that I should seek it out. Seek her out.
Uh-huh. Now you know what it's like to have a voice in your head.
You know, I don't care for it. What if she's like me? Maybe that's why only I heard her.
Could be.
She said to look to those closest to the stone to locate her.
Other dwarves. Not surfacers like us, but ones who still live in the deep roads.
Maybe there are other people down there with magic.
Or you could be the only dwarf in the world with magic, which must feel nice.
A little, but I don't know everything about it yet, and I probably should. I know some people in Orzammar. I'll reach out. If I hear anything, you'll be the first to know.
Sounds good, Harding. Oh, shit. Approach that at a bad angle. Hey, buddy.
Oh, Rook! Good to see you. Irilyn and Strife sent word. Some of the artifacts we have in storage are acting up. They need a hand to make sure they stay calmed. And don't rip a hole in reality. Anyways, we can go whenever you're ready. Rook! Hi! Hey! Wow! Thank you.
I am glad they also brought gifts back. I mean, I know that they do not work the same way that they did in Dragon Age 1. And yeah, there were only a couple gifts in Dragon Age 2, but I kind of prefer the way that this and Dragon Age 2 handle it, where it's like there's very few, but they are a way of getting some quick approval.
Rook, Ilario sent word. He's got intel on Zara. He wants to meet up. Fancy a trip to Treviso?
Sounds like fun.
How much did Belara's approval go up after that gift? A decent amount, but she is still my second lowest, so... That's right. I do like that. I do appreciate that it does give me the option to... Yeah, we can travel to the crossroads, or we can just take you straight to where your current quest is at. That's a layer of convenience that they didn't necessarily have to do, but I greatly appreciate that they did do. I mean, not honestly. I mean, I kind of needed to come back here anyway, so it works out.
Veil jumpers are in trouble. They could use our help if we can find them. This map is a good start.
quite to a new area yet.
Good one.
Just wanted to kind of get that on the map, just so it's there. So when I'm looking at it, trying to be like, okay, what else can I do? Okay, I can go there. So let's do Belara's stuff. And first, and then we can do the other stuff.
Okay, we all know why we're here, right?
Make sure that the artifacts we calmed stay calmed. We know.
This should be easy. Yanarl, you and Strife take the first set. Irlin and Hamuel take the second. Rook and I will handle the rest.
You picked me. I'm so flattered.
Well, of course. I know you. I mean, I don't know you yet. Not that. Anyway.
Just lead the way and I'll follow.
All right. Now we're going to check the crystal alignment, fade connection, and the lyrium reserves.
Has alignment ever been a problem? Even once?
It's not worth the risk. Even if it's only off by a little bit, we know what happens.
Happened once, and we can't even be sure the crystal alignment was why. Look, I know what you're saying, but maybe if we...
We check it every single time.
I'm sorry. You're right. I just...
No,
Sorry.
Forget it.
All right. Go team.
It's my fault, really. I'm sorry, Belara.
Let's go. We want to get back quickly.
Of course.
I mean, at work, whenever we jump in a piece of equipment, we need to check it every single time, you know? Just for safety, because it's like... Making assumptions is just the quickest way of getting someone hurt.
What was what all about?
That tension seemed pretty heavy.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Now I'm worried about it.
Here we are. The artifact vault. Or one of them, at least.
Looks like it's seen better days.
Repairing reality doesn't leave a lot of time for repairing walls. At least until someone falls through a hole in the floor. Random example. Okay, see those two power crystals? The ones that aren't glowing? There should be a couple of replacements, charged ones in the room. If you grab them, I'll make sure the artifact stays calmed.
Okay, new power crystal is in.
Great, and the artifact didn't collapse the room.
Was that a possibility?
Always is. There we go.
So it's calmed now?
Should be, and it'll stay that way for a while. And in the meantime, it won't tear open reality. Okay, let's keep going.
Sure. Sounds good. So it's nice out, at least.
Yeah,
you know,
I can agree with
that
that.
reality itself is paper thin here.
Hard to ignore that.
Right. Found one.
over here and put it in the socket.
You know, it did just occur to me, like, it didn't really click in my brain, like, when we first saw it, but the fact that, Balara was basically working on that repository of knowledge or whatever with extensively a magic wrench is actually a really funny concept and really funny visual. Like I said, it just didn't really click into my brain until right now. I'm like, oh my god, that's hilarious. I'm stuck. No. Alright.
Okay, reserves replaced, which means there. Everything's looking good. Thank you, by the way, for helping out. You have better things to do. I know.
I'm happy to help. Besides, you're fun to spend time with.
Really? Oh, I mean, that's so nice. I like spending time with you too. Okay, one more to go.
I love that my weapons disappear in those cutscenes. It's like, where are you storing those? And why do you are so against having your, hey Muffin, how you doing? And it's like, why are you so against just having your weapons being visible while you're just having a friendly conversation? You only need to weapons drawn during a friendly conversation is the social faux pas, not having them visible.
Lots of people everywhere. I like that.
Plus, it's like, that can't be comfortable because I'm either shoving my weapons up my ass or I'm swallowing them. Or maybe I'm just chucking them somewhere else, which is not very efficient. Anyway, how have you been doing, Muffin? We are the sons of Odin. Excuse me. You need to stash your weapons. Be like Sonic up your ass. Or, like, in the... I don't know if it was in the original games, but I know that, like, in the Insane trilogy remakes with Crash Bandicoot, they straight up are just like, yes, Crash sticks the gems out of his ass, or sticks the gems up his ass, because when he, pulls them out after collecting them at the end of each level, there's like an actual popping noise that's made when he reaches behind his back and pulls them out.
Hey, Rook.
What do you need?
There we go.
Never mind.
Found the other crystal.
Great. Slot it in.
And again, she just said slot it in, so maybe her whole thing about things being shoved up people's asses is not that off base with what's actually supposed to be going on right here.
There. Done.
You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Or will be. It takes a lot out of you, all those little magic bits. Not hard, just exhausting.
Okay. Kind of fell yesterday. Oh no.
And done right.
Went out friends out to bars. My friends were drinking. I am determined to be the lame sober guy. Too scared to lose control. Need brain cells also. Get that also drinking and then having hangovers doesn't seem worth it. I agree. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Right, yeah. But does it have
Even
to
though
be
I'm
done
not
by
actively LDS, being raised LDS that is staunchly
Why not
against
let them
drinking, it's just been so heavily ingrained
I can
into
make up for it.
just me that
Make up for
alcohol just doesn't sound appealing.
For not being
And even
good
now
enough.
that I'm like, yeah, I'm not an
When it
active member, I
counted.
still don't want to
I'm
drink
sorry.
because
I can't.
hangovers.
Not right now.
Yeah, I agree. They don't sound fun. All right. Balara, come back, babe. Friend, amigo, turtle dove.
Lara, I'm,
My brother.
What?
Back there, you asked me why I did this. Why I put myself out here. For him. For my brother. Wherever he is.
What happened to your brother?
Syrian. His name was Syrian. We were the same, you know? In a lot of ways. We wanted to learn everything. About Elvenon, the magic, the people, all of it.
For me, as
We
my sister,
heard
shoving
about
a
the
bunch of
Nautistruthalin.
info about alcohol and
Figured
drugs
it
being
had the
bad for
answers.
hours and hours,
Or
day after day. She'll
some
force
of
me to
them.
drink a shot of vodka.
And
So I
Arlethan
like after
started
one was
going
15.
wrong.
That's
I joined the Veilguard.
not something you should
to
do
help
because
people.
there's no guarantee
And he kept looking,
you're going to
kept
dislike
putting himself
it
in
and it's going to
danger.
put you off it for the rest of your life, you know? If anything,
It
that
should
could
have
just
been safe.
start the addiction early.
I guess it should have been 4. Artifacts started
Since
pulsing. He was too
I know I
close.
don't
couldn't
drink,
find my way in.
but I'm fairly certain that the only
called
reason
him
why
a
people
hero.
love drinking is
Wanted to make a
Stockholm Syndrome,
statue.
because
They thought it would make
fermented
it all okay.
liquids are just not.
I'm sorry
I
it
just
doesn't
can't
work
believe they
enough.
taste very good.
It's something, even if it doesn't fix it. Syrian, he felt responsible for our people, for me, my little brother. He thought he needed to take care of me. He called me Vora Shivan, hummingbird in Elven. Said it was because I could never sit still. But he loved me for it. Said it kept him thinking, trying to keep up. And he helped me too. He kept me focused, anchored. And now he's gone. Because I wasn't good enough.
It's not your fault. You have to know that.
Then why does it feel like it was?
You lost someone important. Guilt's part of that. But if you don't learn to get past it, you'll drown.
I wish it were that easy. I've tried. Told myself I couldn't have done anything, and my head believes it. But my heart doesn't. So I try to make up for it. Honor him. Learn about our people. Find the truth. Maybe when I do, I'll feel it.
Feel what?
That he forgives me. And that I deserve it. We should head back. Rook? Thank you for being here.
Yeah, my sister exactly wasn't the best. There's a reason I haven't talked to her for almost 3 years soon, but yeah, I don't need to drink. I've already got my high from Ninjago. Yeah, what was it? This was way back in the day. I don't know how old the video actually is. I just know that I first saw it in high school. But in kind of like the early days of YouTube, there was a YouTuber who would do animations. He did videos. He did a video called Michael the Misinterpret, or no, Hal. No. He did a video called Michael the Terrible Boyfriend, Hal the Misinterpretive Porn Star, and for the sake of what I'm talking about here, he did a video kind of making fun of the movie Akira. And in that video, there's a line near the very beginning. It's like, wow, that was a sweet home run. What can I say? Sports are my anti-drug. Yeah, and it was just enjoyably stupid. And then another line that lives rent-free. And the prom's tomorrow. I've heard that line, like, just referenced in so many things. I mean, I don't know if it was originally from that one, but yeah, it does live rent-free in my brain. And yeah, I've spent too much money on Transformers. That's not what I meant to do. For me to really be able to afford becoming an alcoholic, you know?
Ugh, what a horrible way to go.
It would make a good trap. A target wouldn't see it coming.
Let's not stick around and become dessert.
Company, get ready. Let's finish this.
What are these things? They're not wyverns. They kind of look like those deep stalker creatures, but we're not in the deep roads, so that clearly can't be what that is. And yeah, kind of, I haven't talked to like any of my relatives on my dad's side of the family. Thankfully, none of them were. My friends became really drunk yesterday. It was kind of insane. I believe it. Because, like, they definitely didn't do anything as drastic as what your sister did, Muffin, but it's also like, I just...
What do we have here?
I'm a lot happier and more at peace with myself and in my life now that I don't associate with anyone on my dad's side of the family. And I always get being like, but they're family, you should forgive them. I'm like, I mean, this is and will always be my biggest argument. Again, whenever someone's like, your family, you should forgive them, and blah, 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 is that it's like, I do forgive my family on my dad's side. But despite what so many, you know, people pushing toxic ideologies on others, whether it's, you know, people being like, oh, because they're family, you have to forgive them no matter how much abuse and humiliation they make you suffer. Or toxic, you know, partners keeping people trapped in their web. It's like, I've forgiven my my family on my dad's side a long time ago, but the forgiveness is for me. It is it lets me heal and be a better person. But forgiving them does not mean they're allowed back in my life. Question. So my sister did really crazy because I can't hear it, but I can hear it in your voice. You're calling it drastic? Well,
made it through.
Giving a child alcohol, no matter what the reason, that's not a good thing. Now, bear in mind, I know that America, as much as we love our alcohol, we are objectively a little more conservative with its serving, because I went to college with a girl who actually attended college in Sweden. I think it was Sweden. It just some country in Europe. And like, the college that I attended, many of the dorms actually had rules, because again, this is a super conservative state that I live in, that if you came back to the dorms drunk, that could result in instant eviction. But this one girl in particular mentioned that every like college that, or every school she attended in whichever country it was, again, I'm sorry, I don't remember which one it was, it's like they served alcohol at every like meeting. So the stances on alcohol, I do know, are varied based on the country. I'm not saying one is right or wrong, it's just what your sister did could...
There's an elf out there somewhere who really likes owls.
I could have sworn I was supposed to be able to interact. There we go.
What the heck? Old Forest is weird. Here goes nothing.
So, again, I could acknowledge I am judging your sister based on my American sensibilities, not your country's sensibilities. Combined with the fact that even though I'm not actively a member of the LDS Church, I still do have a number of their standards still baked into a lot of my ways of approaching life as a whole. Like I said, yeah. So, honestly, I could be the one overreacting in this situation. I still don't think it's a good idea, because, again, there is no guarantee that giving alcohol, like, even if it's like I found the most disgusting alcohol in the world and I'm gonna give it to my underage, you know, sibling who, because something that is confirmed that, you know, the younger you are, the more taste buds you have, which is part of the reason why I remember always growing up, my dad was like, oh, shut up, you can't taste the mushrooms or whatever it was in the food that I didn't want to eat. It's like, you can't taste them. It's like, yes, I can, Dad. Because, again, since I'm still a kid, I have more taste buds than you. So, yes, it is a lot more likely that kids are going to find alcohol more disgusting than adults do. But that's not a guarantee, because there are plenty of things. I'm sure most people can attest to the fact that it's like, I've tasted something, I know it's hot garbage, but I want to keep eating it for some reason, or I want to keep drinking it, or I want to keep filling the blank. And eventually, what you do, you know, as you keep, you know, wanting to come back to it, even though you don't understand why, eventually you do develop a taste for it. Like, case in point, in a less severe circumstance, I first tasted takoyaki at a restaurant because at the time I really loved to eat octopus. I no longer eat octopus for personal reasons, but it's like, oh, octopus balls. I've seen, you know, like some animes talk about that, and I've always wanted to try them. And honestly, I did not like them at all. Like, at all. But there's just something about the flavor and the text, just everything about it that just always stuck in the back of my brain. I'm like, I want to try that again. I want to try that again. I want to try that again. And eventually, I really developed a taste for takoyaki. Like I said, I no longer eat takoyaki, at least not takoyaki that actually has... Yeah, my friend said beer and alcohol takes a time before you get used to it. I'm too lazy to put in that effort. Yeah, that's a reason why I've heard people joke that people don't drink alcohol because they like it. They drink alcohol because they've developed Stockholm Syndrome. Again, I don't drink. I've never tasted alcohol in any capacity, again, because of my religious upbringing. And honestly, the mere idea of having to deal with hangovers is enough of a reason for me to not want to even try. Wait, this is back where I came from. So, I can't truly comment on that. But yeah, it's like, honestly, I've got to admit, there are days when I'm at certain restaurants and I'm like, oh, the takoyaki here was so good, but I don't want to eat it if it's made authentically with octopus. It's like I've had takoyaki with squid, and it's pretty good. It is pretty good. It's just, once again, I no longer eat octopus.
Another one of those owl statues.
And that is a decision I am trying my best to stand by, which does kind of stink because I always really liked nigiri with octopus, but
Got company to the left. Ooh. Ooh, ooh.
Look at that.
yeah, I no longer eat octopus. It's because we have enough evidence now to really suggest that octopuses are very smart, very self-aware, and potentially are capable of human levels of intelligence and social interaction. So for that reason, I'm like, I don't feel I can justify eating octopus anymore, because it's not like I'm just eating a livestock creature, if you know what I mean. And I know there's an argument to be made about you shouldn't eat any living creature, which I don't agree with, but it's one of those things that I'm like, okay, I just can't in good conscience justify eating octopus anymore because of just how smart they have been and how aware they've proven to be. I mean, hell, there's even like scientists have actually discovered a octopus like town or village basically off the coast of, I think, Australia, where octopuses are, for the first time in documented history, actually coming together and building a community. Like, again, they're freaking building houses out of, like, discarded refuse and whatnot. I'm like, okay, these are clearly not just... Yeah. Yeah, no, I've known for a while that octopuses were very intelligent, but I didn't really know how intelligent until recently. And heck, I don't think, even if people suspected how smart they were, I don't think, like, we knew, if you know what I mean. Because, like, that, like, octopus town or whatever, that was a super recent discovery. But yeah, that's just to be clear, that's the reason I don't eat octopus anymore, is I just don't feel comfortable eating something that smart.
Look at that.
Okay, how do I... Oh. Okay. So I'm pretty...
This is where Tainor was headed. There's blight here. She didn't mention that.
Perhaps the blight was not here before.
Oh, not good. That relic ended up blighting Oros.
Where... Pretty sure the wolf statue was pointed to this area. but I am not seeing... Oh, there it is. Thank you, Mr. Ladder. I'm going to climb you now. I hope that's okay with you. I have no regrets. Oh, just back up here. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this quest first, just since we're right here. Actually, speaking of octopus, I know we got away from that, but there's a story just that kind of exemplifies how smart they are. There was a story that I was told about an aquarium where a staff member, fed the octopus by basically dumping a bucket of shrimp into the octopus tank, and then walked down the hall to his office. Well, one of the shrimp was apparently spoiled, so the octopus, being as smart as it was and being pretty catty, if I'm being perfectly honest, proceeded to then climb out of its tank, dragging the rotten shrimp with it, went to the employee's office and threw the shrimp at the employee, and then returned to its tank to eat the rest of its shrimp. Because it's like, how dare you feed me spoiled shrimp, bitch? I have absolutely no idea if that is even true. And I don't know if that's like an internet rumor, but
one more veil jumper to find.
They are very smart.
Let's hope we can
like
still
they've got
save him.
problem-solving skills. Like they're capable of opening, like unscrewing, jars that are supposed to have like safety features on them if there's food inside. So, yeah, I'm really glad that these quest markers, for the most part, work really well, because, like, they specifically say it's like, hey, you need to go to this hallway or this exit to get you to your destination, because otherwise I would be so lost in this game. Because this game, I do like it, but it's got a Darksiders 3 game design problem where it's all not... Didn't I just come through here? Where the game doesn't always... Fucking hell? Yeah, I was just here. Why'd you take me that big? Okay, you know what? I'm going to take back whatever I just said. But I do stand by that it does still have a Darksiders 3 problem where the levels don't flow organically per se. They're just kind of loopy mazes that, or looping mazes that don't always organically lead you from point A to point B.
What's up there, by those bushes? A collar? This says Gus. Oh, wait. The tracker Taynor talked about was a nug. Oros's companion nug. Oh. Let's get you home, little one.
Okay. Holy bajilly, I just had to run around trying to find my old phone for my cousin to use. I'm hoping around on one leg. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry about that, Muffin. Speaking of old phones, my mom actually discovered the very first cell phone I was given in like my last year of high school before going to college. Because, again, cell phones weren't as essential growing up as they, I mean, even then, you can still argue the essentialness of them, but you get what I'm saying. And yeah, it was just kind of like an it was an old flip phone. And honestly, I remember I kind of kept using that phone for as long as I could, simply because I'm like, what? It still works. And the only reason I actually upgraded my phone, at least at first, was due to the fact that it didn't have a key. Texting on it was one of those old phones that texting on it was kind of a pain in the ass, since it was like the style where it's like, okay, each button has a certain number of letters assigned to it, and you just have to press the key a certain number of times until you get to the letter you want while texting. And I just found it, because I didn't text like at all growing up, like at least for like the first couple of years I had it, but then when Abby and I started dating and we were in kind of a long distance relationship, I was like, okay, I need something that is easier to text on. So then I upgraded my phone to still an old kind of clunker phone that just had like a bottom slide out, like just had one of those like you could slide it in half and the keyboard would be underneath it. But yeah, it wasn't until Abby got her first smartphone that I was like, okay, I see the convenience of having that. So thing is, I know people who don't know what a landline is. At a landline, my family just really behind the times, while everyone else's phones had land. Yeah, I mean, my parents still have a landline. The reason why they still have a landline is because that's the number they give out if they need to sign up for stuff, because it means that if they're away from home, they can't be bothered as much. Yes, you can still be called at home, which is really annoying, but because, you know, it's, again, not something they have on them at all times like we do with our cell phones these days. Yeah, it's a way to kind of stem harassment from just the ever-present world of responsibility and etc. So I'm not gonna lie, there were days where it's like, damn it, I kind of wish I had a landline when I was working at my shitty hospital job.
Another owl.
Or it's like, I really wish I hadn't given them my cell phone, because
watch out.
Just so like my cocksucker of a boss couldn't constantly be calling me on my days off, demanding I come into work or whatever.
Look at that.
Because, yeah, there really was a period in my life because of that shitty job. That basically I just was constantly like, when are they going to try to call me in on my day off? So it was like, well, I don't really want to settle in to start doing something. It's why, like, admittedly, some of this was pre-streaming, sure, but even after we started switching over to streaming, it's like, yeah, I have a day off, but I'm not necessarily feel like setting up a live stream, because for all I know, I'm gonna get a phone call midstream being like, hey, because we're douchebags and we've scared away more of your coworkers, we now need you to come in and, you know, make up for the fact that we're pieces of shit who don't take care of our employees, so everyone doesn't want to work for us anymore. All because they refuse to hire enough staff to work that kitchen. Because it's like, we're saving money for our CEO's bonus, so why would we actually, you know, properly staff the kitchen? That just means that the CEO is not going to get as much money at the end of the year.
There's a problem. Nice shot, Lucanus.
Also, another reason I don't want to be drunk. I can already silly gremlin sometimes in my natural state. I don't even want to know what douchebag. Yeah, no, I feel ya. I'm concerned. It's like, would I be a mean drunk? Would I be an aggressive drunk? It's like, I already stumble enough with like how I speak and, you know, making bad decisions when I'm sober. I'm like, I don't want to be held responsible for what drunk me does. So it's like, I don't want to find out what drunk me is like. 'Cause so yeah, I just don't think it's worth trying alcohol for that reason. Alright. Right here. Excuse me.
Another owl. I found those people. You don't have to feel this way anymore.
So much fear before the darkness. Make it quiet. Make it go away.
I don't understand.
It would be appeased with a simple gesture that makes it believe the dead are at rest. Spirits of comfort. Very empathetic, but not the brightest, according to Spite.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Ooh! Ooh, ooh! Look at that.
get up there?
Any ideas what that does?
I bet it taps into the Fae, but how is the question? Elven
I did
artifacts
not
can
mean
get
to jump off like that.
Maybe it's connected to all the floating ruins.
Yes, no, the environment everywhere in this game looks great. It's just they're not always the most straightforward and easy to maneuver places. And unfortunately, a lot of places do seem kind of samey.
Here goes. You are fighters, scholars, explorers, friends, family, and lovers. We will remember you as you lived and not as you died. Go in peace. Rest well.
And eat fruit.
A moment of pain does not undo a lifetime of hope.
Last my friend got kicked out of a bar. Oh dear. That's yeah, that's not great. Not great. Oh, interesting. I'm pretty sure the other guys had to make sure he didn't drink more beer because he wanted more beer. Yeah, that's a great idea. You're already so drunk, you're getting kicked out of an establishment. Solution, just pour more fuel on the fire. 'Cause that always ends well for everybody involved.
I hope Taynor is all right. I haven't seen her in days.
He did drink a lot of water though.
I
He got
wondered
a
where
good
he
amount of
was.
food before he
Haven't
went to the
seen
bar.
Boros
That's
or
good.
Taynor in a while either.
That's good at least.
I'm sorry. Gus was the only one I could save.
Oh, creators have mercy.
Here, let's take a look at the shop again.
Do you think he understands? I suppose I
No, I don't have. Well, if nothing else, let's sell our valuables.
Thank you, Rook.
Wait, no, since I haven't upgraded
Come
it.
back alive.
So there. Oh, what's that?
No coin in dead customers.
So anyway, how's that? Abby's doing fine. She's finally starting to get over being sick. So she's still a little tired and she's still coughing a fuck ton. So, right, I don't think I can do that quest yet, if for no other reason than I can't get across, or hold on, can I get across her? I guess I didn't actually pay that much attention. So, yeah, she's doing fine. Her throat hurts a lot, though, from all the coughing and, you know, expelling of phlegm and shit. You know, unpleasant stuff that we don't really need to give more gory details on than that. But yeah, she's doing all right. She was feeling well enough that we were able to go
Look at this.
to a friend's house yesterday, and like after I got off work and watched Superman 2025. I can imagine must be hard to be, but glad to hear she's recovering.
I think you covered it. Okay.
Because like I love Superman 2025. It is my second favorite Superman movie ever, and honestly, I think it's just, especially if you live in America, it was a very needed movie. And I kind of wish people would actually realize, you know, that is not how zip lines work. Yeah, I wish people would internalize its message about kindness and vulnerability and not toxic masculinity. Yeah.
So, hiring the demon of Virantium was your suggestion.
It was a possible lead. Finding things and tracking Venatori. That's what I'm here for.
After all the jobs I did in Rathis, the last thing
Yeah, that movie is, there's really no other way of cutting it. That movie is just good.
Well, good.
That movie is
hate for
good.
assassins to find me predictable.
And it just leaves me feeling warm and fuzzy. It got me to actually find interest in the Superman characters. Never really the Superman world. I mean, I've loved Superman for years, and I've always preferred, well, not always, because I did used to prefer Marvel, but I love DC more than Marvel, and a big part of it is because I feel DC has more interesting characters as a whole. And one thing that I just always would hear growing up is, oh, I don't like Superman, he's just unrelatable. But I'm like, bitch, you clearly do not understand Superman if you think he's a boring, unrelatable character. I'm like, I would argue Superman is one of the most relatable characters ever and one of the most human characters ever. It's just people don't really see him for the character. They just see him like, oh, he's an all-powerful, boring, you know, power trip, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, he's more than that. And I mean, it's part of the reason why I absolutely despise The Boys, is because I think Homelander is a terrible Superman pastiche, because it's like, you clearly don't understand. And same with Brightburn. Yeah. No, yeah, Superman hasn't always had the best representation, no. Everyone is just like, oh, Superman is just overpowered and bland. I'm like, you guys don't actually understand the fundamental core of the character. It's why, in some ways, and don't get me wrong, I don't think this is a perfect approach to like an evil version of Superman, but it's why I'm a little more forgiving of something like Invincible.
See if we can figure this out.
Because its take on the Superman stand-in character, it's like, it's is still kind of unique, honestly. Again, I still don't think it's I don't think it's like perfect, but like it is still pretty unique. But they know it's like, okay, if we're going to make a Superman, a what if Superman was kind of bad or whatever, we need to actually address the fundamental core of the character, which is like their upbringing and whatnot. I feel like I understand Superman better thanks to Superman 2025. When before I felt either vague or harder to understand, especially since I don't exactly read comics or play games. I mean, honestly, if I'm being perfectly frank, one of the best versions of Superman out there was Superman from the animated series from the 90s / 2000s with like the Justice League Unlimited. So, but yeah, no, I feel that. Because, like, as much as I don't like the movie Brightburn, I will concede that the movie Brightburn had some good ideas in regards to it being, like, a Superman deconstruction. Because, for those who don't know, Brightburn is basically what if Superman was a serial killer or a psycho killer. And it starts really well because, like, in my opinion, the backbone of Brightburn, like... And why the reason I loved Superman 2025 so much is because they really make sure to show just how important... I do want to watch those shows. Problem is, I got 99 plus shows to watch. I feel that. Is, what's what I'm looking for? The Superman 2025 does a great job of showcasing just how important and how important Superman's parents were in his development as just a good moral person. And the reason why Brightburn could have worked, at least at first, is because they do kind of show that Brightburn's parents were not the most supportive, especially not the dad. Where things fall apart, in my humble opinion, is that in Brightburn, there's like a moment where the kid is basically brainwashed or like has his personality overwritten by his spaceship or something. And I'm like, it's now no longer a good representation or a good deconstruction of Superman because it's no longer showing what could have happened to an all-powerful entity if he was raised in an abusive situation, you know? Because, like, I even feel DC in particular did a good job with this with, with the character of Ultraman. Now, I don't know if this version of the character is called Ultraman outside of Smallville.
This artifact isn't working
Because
right.
he could be still be called Superman or something else in other timelines. But basically, this is a version of Superman that was raised by Lionel Luthor, a.k.a. Lex Luthor's dad, a.k.a. he was raised effectively as Lex Luthor's brother. And yeah, he is just a bit of a evil psychopath. And I'm like, okay, this is good, because this is really addressing the main thing that makes Superman such a moral and just person. It's the way his parents raised them. Like, again, I love the line in the new Superman movie from Pa Kent. It's like, parents don't exist to tell kids how to live their lives. They're here to provide them with the tools so they can make their own mistakes or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that is so, like, James Wood gets Superman. Like, there's really no other word for it. He gets Superman. Did I say James Wood? I meant James Gunn. I might have said James Gunn. I don't know. Point is, it was just really nice to just watch a movie about, you know, the Boy Scout doofus that Superman always was supposed to be. This is James Wood and then said James Gunn. Okay, cool. I thought, yeah, James Wood, I think, is the voice actor of Hades from Hercules. So yeah, not James Wood, James Gunn.
The person who set this up was in contact with someone or something from the Fade.
Actually, speaking of good Superman things, there is a great line of dialogue from Justice League Unlimited. I don't know, maybe it's from Superman the Animated Series, but I'm pretty sure it's from Superman the Animated, from Justice League Unlimited. It's the World of Cardboard speech. Just for context, for those who don't know, Superman is battling the supervillain Darkseid, who is like, basically, if you don't know, Darkseid is the most evil character in like all of the DC universe. Basically, he's Thanos. Like, honestly, he's like Thanos on steroids. I love Superman and seeing more of the Clark Kent side of him. Just being a genuine person with struggles and having people question him, because that is what would happen if someone was OP like that. Exactly. And I think a big part of the reason why people don't like Superman is because so many people are just so cynical. They just can't wrap their head around the idea that someone out there could have all these powers and choose kindness. Everyone is just so dead set. And don't get me wrong, the world is cruel, the world is unfair, and the world does beat Sonic fought Darkseid, actually, in a recent comic book. Nice. That it's possible that despite everything, someone can still choose to be kind. So because just everyone is now so cynical, that the mere idea of that just doesn't appeal to people, because they find it unrealistic, whether or not that's whether or not it is unrealistic. But in all of the just awful things that's happened in the world, it is easy to forget all the good and kind things that happen, because, well, the media doesn't report on it, because as we've seen, unfortunately, with the rise of rage bait content online, people don't want to be uplifted. They want to be pissed off. So, yeah, I don't think Superman is unrealistic. Is he unlikely? Probably. But, no, Superman is a force of kindness, and I do believe that he is just so relatable and so human because of that. That's kind of why I really hate the movie Kill Bill Volume 2. Well, specifically, I really hate one part near the end where Bill is talking about how he loves Superman and how he's like, it's like Clark Kent is like Superman's critique on humanity. He's weak, he's blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, bullshit. That is like fundamentally proving that Quentin Tarantino doesn't understand Superman in any way, shape, or form.
That's a person. Or it was. And it came out of the Fade.
Spide does not like this. It's familiar to him. Rituals to encourage. Possession.
Might be best if we stop tampering. The forest will reclaim it.
Okay, I think we're done here for now. Let's head back to the lighthouse. And then we can go from there. Can I... See, the Sonic characters also dress up as the Justice League. I did see pictures of that. Sonic as Flash, makes sense. Amy as Wonder Woman, makes sense. Tails as Cyborg, makes sense. Granted, I am not the biggest fan of Cyborg's association with the Justice League over this past couple decades, because for me, he will always be associated with the Teen Titans. Okay, how do I... Can I not just, like, quick travel back to the lighthouse? Oh, yes, I can. It's right here. But let's see. Tails Cyborg, Silver is Green Lantern. I guess I could see that. Knuckles is Superman. Shadow is Batman. Yeah, I could see those last two. That kind of reminds me of when Power Rangers crossed over with the Ninja Turtles. And the Power Rangers all got like ninja outfits, and then the Turtles, April, and Shredder, like Shredder got the Green Ranger outfit, and then April got the Pink Ranger outfit, and then naturally everyone else just got their respective colors. I haven't read that one, but I did see plenty of images of it online. I'm like, that looks cool. I did read the crossover between the Power Rangers and the Justice League, and that one was okay. It's like, well, it was kind of cool, I admit. There wasn't anything like the DC characters dressing up as the Power Rangers or anything like that. It was very skewed in favor of the DC characters, because something that I do think is cool, like I do think was cool, was that the Power Rangers, I think they lost their powers, so the Justice League gave them access to their weapons storage extensively. So it was kind of cool just to see the Rangers assemble gear based on just like a modge podge of different other DC heroes and villains equipment they had lying around, but there wasn't a whole lot the other way. See, Batman also crossed over with the Ninja Turtles, so I think those dots when it's Sonic Gang versus the Ninja Turtles.
Do you think I could become one?
Yeah, and I've actually
An
heard good things
investigator?
about the Batman
It takes
Ninja
a
Turtles
certain amount of
crossover.
focus too.
Oh, okay, well, maybe not then. I still can't believe it. I'm talking to the Nev Gallus.
And that's sweet, but I don't need the flattery.
Right, just a person I'll try to remember.
Rook, here to join us?
I'm glad to see you're making friends, Bellara.
Oh, definitely. Nev's, well, Nev, she's been just so kind.
It turns out Bellara knows my work. Or at least the parts that make the papers.
It all sounds so exciting. The things you've done, the people you've helped.
Those are the ones that go well. You don't hear about the rest. Everyone wants a scandal. Or a
You know,
happy
something I still really need to do, I just don't have the time, is just speaking of crossovers.
I don't think Rook's interested in
Hasbro
that
put out
story.
an official tabletop game for Transformers, Power Rangers, and G.I. Joe. And all three are technically like their own systems, but they're all compatible with each other. Because they also released a supplementary book that's like, here is how you can run adventures with Power Rangers and Transformers. Because I don't really care about G.I. Joe.
Expensive wine.
And like, because there's this wonderful image of the supplement book of the Megazord fighting Devastator.
On a rotation or what? I can help out. I'm a pretty good cook, with some things at least. Well, most of the time. Sometimes I get distracted and things burn.
Oh, good. It's not just me.
Do you mostly cook Dalish foods? I haven't had a chance to try many.
Sometimes. Not a lot of options when you're out in the forest. But I've learned a lot of different cooking styles. And Tevan, Rivani. Oh, I even learned how to make Tevinter Khachapuri.
Wait, real khachapuri? The hollowed out bread? 3 kinds of cheese? I love khachapuri.
That sounds amazing.
What about you, Rook? What are you craving?
Cheese and bread were the only words I needed to hear.
You have no idea.
It's good, with the right cheese, which can be hard to find out in the forest.
Well, we'll have to see what we can find you. You should have an assistant, someone to make sure it doesn't burn. See if it tastes right, that sort of thing.
Nev Gallus, helping me cook?
Again, the flattery.
Right, just a person, got it.
Great, now, let's see what we can scrounge up.
Again, I love the like sisterly bond these two develop. Yes, she's currently fangirling over Nev, but still. It is very sweet. I'm debating on if I do want to go to Docktown real quick just to advance Nev stuff, just so we can get some approval of her up. I think I might. Because the rest of these quests will keep. That way, hopefully, this will catch Nev up. Hopefully, unlock a few more of her skill tree stuff. And maybe it also means we could recruit the last 3 characters. And then we'll do all the side quests. Because this is going to be a very long stream series. Because I'm going to try to do everything. For the most part. Alright, is it still Lucanus and Nev at the lowest? Actually no, Balara is now, Lucanus pulled a little ahead of Lucanus pulled a little ahead of Balara. Take me to your furniture. Yeah, I don't know why I said take me to your furniture. Docktown!
Minrathous, the heart of Tevinter. Somehow the beat of it always pulls me back. Steady pulse of secrets, corruption, you name it. Trust no one. Expect the worst. And you might just get by.
Do the Shadow Dragons know we're here?
Nev Gallus! You only turn up when you want news. Or you've got some.
Tarquin. You look well.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Sounds like a story.
Just living ungifted in a world made for mages.
Rook, meet the Viper.
The name, the entrance. I have so many questions.
Most people do.
So why the meeting? Is this about your work with Varric?
Something terrible got loosed when we disrupted Solus's ritual. A pair of elven gods.
Gods?
They blighted a village in Arlathan, Demeter's Crossing.
There are venatory whispers about that place. Now we know why.
What's been happening in the city?
Underground sacrifices, dangerous relics flooding the black market. The cults gathering power.
You'd think people would reconsider their choices after surviving a citywide demon attack.
The cult hasn't changed. They want control of Tevinter and a return to the old ways. And if an ancient power promises just that, damn it. We were tracking a set of red lyrium relics before you got here. Smuggled in recently.
Oh yeah,
They
red
enhance
lyrium,
blood
the worst.
magic and can summon demons far too easily. We destroyed one and tore another off a slaver.
We think the third's right here in Docktown.
Docktown's my home. If it's got problems and I'm here, I can track this faster than anyone in the city.
Hold on. I'm happy to help.
It's fine. I can catch up with you.
We don't know where the gods are or what they're doing. We're here for help. It's fair I give some in return.
The relics don't play nice with the Veil, and they resonate with each other. We destroyed the lyrium in the last one we found, but it should still track the third.
Give it to me. I'll get it done.
We'll keep eyes on the Venatori. If there's a tie to these elven gods, we'll find it.
Ready for a tour of Docktown?
Yes,
Stick with me.
I am.
The relic the Viper gave us responds to the missing one.
And it is. It should pick up places where the missing relic disrupted the Veil. Find a trail of those and we'll get somewhere.
So you live in Docktown?
My whole life.
Yeah, I
Unless
know
I'm
they're
away on
saying
a case.
Docktown,
Or
but
crash it
because
in the
of just how they're saying it, combined with the fact that there was Dark Town from Dragon Age 2, I keep hearing Dark Town, not Docktown.
Aha! The relic's pulling toward the Temple of Andraste.
The demons.
What happened? It's locked down, sir. Keep it under control. Yes, sir.
Locked. We need another way in.
Right. On it.
Ooh, are we breaking into a chantry?
The courtyard's public ground.
Is this what you do for the Shadow Dragons when you aren't with us?
I look for things. People, objects, information. People have problems that Templars and Magisters can't help. Or won't. Word got out I might. It's enough to live on. If it doesn't get me killed.
We are the sons of Odin. Fire, blood, and steel. I don't know why this song is stuck in my head of all songs. It's not even one of my favorite songs by this band. It's just for some reason the opening lines are just playing in a loop in my brain. I just can't get them out. Oh no!
Killed.
Murder.
Based on the marks, I'd say demons.
Oh no.
Lots of murder. Hey, you know what's on my mind? Murder.
Demons. Is this the relic's work?
It's not a coincidence.
Knew you could do it, Rook.
The relic we're chasing, it's unstable.
Where it goes, destruction follows.
This isn't the
Where
only
it goes,
market left on the
construction
Veil. I can
follows.
feel it. Find that, and we may
Well,
get more.
that just means that I'll always have work.
Couldn't escape the demons. If there's family or a friend, I can track them down later. Make sure they know. Got it.
Relic. Courtyard. Back way. What was that?
It's a remnant. An echo from the Fade drawn to magical disruptions. If the relic drew it here, the voice could be a memory of the smuggler. Courtyard's quiet, fewer eyes, so you cut through here, where there's a path to the market. Follow me. Enchantment on the entrance. I can get it. Sure thing. All right, follow me. You know, I took this job. It's on me. And the Venatori cult's no joke. If anyone wants out...
We're not leaving you here.
I live here. Suit yourself.
Oh, can't get through there. I might have missed that chest. Oh well. Let's carry on, my wayward son. Excuse me.
The threads took care of it.
They keep trouble away. You've got to give them that. They fought a demon, but now what do you want them?
They said it was a favor.
Yep, I can do diddly. Wait, there it is.
The relic was close. Find another remnant and we might learn more. Up there. Is that another remnant?
How do we get up there?
There's always a way to get places.
Up there.
I knew there'd be lots of people, but the
Oh,
city itself...
lots of shops.
It's really big.
Yeah. Makes it easy to slip through the cracks.
Oh, I don't have a ton of stuff.
You have a discerning eye.
Paintings, tapestries, floor coverings, beautify any space. Everyone deserves a cozy living space.
There's so much on display, and it's just out there, where anyone could steal it.
If a stand's not watched, there's a nasty spell on the most valuable item. And a random one, just for fun.
Oh, interesting. I guess I'm not used to having anything worth stealing.
Tell your friends about me. Hey there. My shop's pretty new, but I've got armor, clothing. Come, take a look.
Almost there. Remnants ahead. Here goes nothing.
Hand off. Third bell. Late.
Bells ring when ships go in and out. Could be using them for timing, near the docks. I think our smuggler's on a deadline. The relic's pull agrees. Let's visit the docks. Elevator's locked. Someone forgot to bribe the dockmaster. Still up for a walk? This isn't the only way to the docks.
I'm sure it's not. I'd be rather silly if you could only get to the docks in one specific way.
Food later? Oh, yes, please.
All right, through here. You bet.
I'm guessing you know all the shortcuts in Dogtown. All its secrets?
No. If someone thinks they know all Ducktown secrets, they're either kidding themselves or scamming you.
They were back asking questions. Wanted to know what relics I'd seen on the black market.
I think it's for blood magic. I've heard some rumors.
Come on. This path will swing back to the docks.
More demons.
We can handle them.
Yep. Yes, we can.
Nice work.
The longer that relic's in Dogtown.
These are my neighbors. That relic won't stay in my town.
Right, I don't have the character to interact with that yet, so that means that chest is probably locked out.
Venatori? You're serious?
Home sweet home. Enjoying the tour?
I know that these zip lines arguably add very little besides some, you know, visual flair, but it's a fun visual flair. Because it's like, the zip lines in like Assassin's Creed Revelations added a bunch to the game in my humble opinion, but that's because the game was built around rooftop running and parkour. I'm sure there were zip lines in other Assassin's Creed games, it's just that's the one I remember the most due to the hook blade mechanic. Which, I get why the hook blade mechanic wasn't brought back for future games, but it's a shame that it never was.
Right, a meeting, but where? The trail's starting to fray.
Wrong turn. Nice relic. Couldn't this belong to the Venatori?
Not a chance.
Our lives are forfeit! Oh, looks like we have company.
Is everyone all right? Nev, you're back in the city.
Templarana Savas. Don't say you missed me.
I wasn't going to.
Really? Because I heard there's a relic loose. With red lyrium?
How do you... Never mind. You can't say. You never can.
Rook, meet my friend Rana. At least I think we're friends.
Yes. And Rook, if you're with Nev, I take it I can trust you?
Well, I know what's going on and you don't, so...
Fine. If you have anything on the relic.
I thought Templars worked against mages.
This isn't the South. I work to stop illegal magic, that's all.
You're working the case alone?
Not if you help. There's a rumor the relic trades hands tonight, and Albin Bataris is the buyer.
A Magister's son. Interesting. I should get moving.
Nev?
I get the feeling you two have stories.
And they all start like this.
With me annoying you? Harsh, but fair. Look, you're busy. We just got attacked, which means you won't leave until you're sure no one else is lurking around.
And you won't wait.
What can I say? Work to do.
Where are you going?
For a walk to the spillway.
I'll catch up when I'm done.
If you say so. Our trail is frayed, but the spillway's our best bet. Let's go.
Rana's not a shadow dragon. So you work with Templars too?
Rana's clean and her information's good. The rest? Only when I have to.
And the spillway?
Rana mentioned Albin Bataris, and she doesn't share rumors unless they're likely. Albin's father oversaw some construction there. If he's visiting this part of town, that narrows the search. A barrier. They don't want people getting near the deal. Find the unshielded crystals and we're through.
That's one down.
Must be one left. That's it. We can cut through the barrier now. We need to keep moving. Voices. There's someone up ahead.
Albin Bataris. Your relic.
Gods rise and power with them. For the glory of Tevinter reborn.
Albin's our buyer, and a Venatori. Sounds like the cult is working for the gods.
You're supposed to wait.
Just a taste of that power.
He's using it now? Move! We need to get closer.
Working on it.
We have our relic buyer.
What an idiot.
Don't need that relic.
You're here to stop me. You can't stop the Venatoris. This power.
Well, what? Impress a risen god who even control it. Shut up!
The Venatori's power is on the rise, and this part's mine.
You won't be releasing any more demons.
And you're the smuggler. I know you. You're part of the Thread Crime Syndicate. Smuggling, sure. But Red Lyrium. Working with Venatori. It's not your style.
Here they are. My son is no cultist.
He was completely misled. I appreciate your help, Knight Commander. Let's go.
Nice try. The Venatori rise.
You know he's guilty. How much did it cost the Magister?
Watch it, Gallus, or you'll be charged.
With what? I tie something up and you undo it? Isn't this familiar?
Save the sob story. We got the smuggler. Or do you want Bataris to release her, too?
I'll
find a way to fix this.
I fucking hate, people throwing money around.
Damn it.
If we hadn't been there, how many people would be hurt? And Bataris doesn't care.
No.
But you do.
Isn't that the rub?
So what now?
We stopped the demons. We got the relic and the smuggler. The shadows will watch the cult. If that leads to the gods, they'll send word. It's not perfect, but count your wins. You don't always get them, especially here.
It wasn't a perfect ending, but Docktown was safe. From tonight's demons, anyway. Nev's past was coming back to haunt her. She just didn't know it yet.
I should see what Nev has to say.
There we go. All right, what have you got for me? Hey, Nev. How's it going?
The Shadow Dragons have a hideout in Docktown. We should check in, see if there's news on the Venatori.
Already?
They work fast, and with that relic case off their hands, they'll work even faster. Meet you in Docktown.
Sounds good. However, that is probably going to be a next time thing. Let me check. Yeah, this is still the main quest. So I got plenty of other little things I can do first. But again, that'll be for next time. Thank y'all for joining me. Another Edgelord stream tomorrow. Yeah, that's all I really have to say in regards to that. Yeah, I don't have very many announcements. Not sure when, but I'll see you then. Bye-bye.